Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us for
All right, we're back. Sean Bryan is here.
What's going on?
Junior. Not to be confused with this old man. I feel like I have to clarify that now as your dad's fame grows, you know, now that he has his own podcast and everything. Which I listened to. We talked about this last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah. With the when he took your grandmother to the show and
Oh,
he's like, yeah, I think she was kind of put off. This guy was talking about all the sexual stuff. I knew it was Jeff Clow.
Yeah.
Because my mother also was like, my father was like, oh, yeah, I don't think your mother could handle that type of like humor.
Not my cup of tea.
No, you know what it was?
I enjoyed it.
It was the kid, this kid I put on when we were in Somerville.
Oh, okay, it's a different
He was
show.
just talking about anal the whole time. And like, I was thinking like my poor grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hey, listen. You know what? Sometimes you gotta give them the whole dose. You know, it is what it is. Then they know not to come back anymore. I think that's the important thing. You
Yeah.
know? All right. So a couple quick things before we get into this. So it is Sunday. We have the comedy show coming up. So we'll just promote that at the beginning.
Sure.
A bunch of tables been sold already, but get on that. It's on our Facebook page. It's in the link to our Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, you can go in there. It's $400 for a table. So if you get your own table, 10 people, you can bring in whatever food you want. Don't bring Chinese food. We request you don't bring in fish. That'll be the only thing we'll look at not bring in is fish. It's going to be Sean. Obviously, we talked about this last week, but Sean, Jeff Clow, Nolan Baker's going to do a couple minutes, 5 minutes, or 10, whatever he wants to do. We got Gilligan, Will Noonan. I cover it.
Danny Gillis.
Danny Gillis. I mean, he's a fucking, everybody knows.
Everybody knows Danny.
People are like, I'm not going. Fuck this. So anyways, so get your tickets for that. It's going to be a fucking awesome night. We're going into the best month of the year.
Yep.
I mean, we can clearly say that, right? It's March, St. Patty's Day month.
Scally season.
Scally season,
Scally
NCAA
season.
tournament. Can we announce this thing that was going on behind the scenes on the text, Sean?
Something that we're doing.
Something that you got
Oh,
three
yeah.
are doing together?
Oh,
all right,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
all right, cool. So, St. Patty's Day weekend, I get back from Aruba. 16th, I'm playing at a, I don't want you to go to this because I want you to go to the other thing. I'm playing at just this event. Word comes down from Sean that availability for some pulling the cork guys to be on the float in the St. Patrick's Day parade in Southie. Facts?
Go.
Facts.
Nick's Comedy Stop parade? Float?
Yeah, it's a Smuck truck, and they want to promote Nick's Comedy Stop. So they have Matt Mishy grab
Yeah,
some
yeah.
people to be on. So.
Awesome. So, good news. We got a complimentary hoodie from the new batch for you to wear on
shit.
the yeah.
This one right here.
This one right there.
Sick.
Yeah.
Badass.
Finally something cool. It's pretty fucking sick that you guys be on that fucking float.
This is like, I know this
pumped.
is going to sound
I'm
extreme.
so fucking. I am. I'll tell you what. I'm not. I have, believe it or not, I've been on a float before.
Yeah.
I'll tell that later. But I'm just jealous. The hang's gonna be fucking amazing.
This is peak Boston royalty for me. Yeah.
It's
I've been to this parade my entire life. Now I'm going to be in it. Yeah. Fucking let's go.
dude. It's honestly like the only thing I could compare to it was like when I had my band and it was like kind of like doing pretty well. Like I had a line in the song. It was like about the Topsfield Fair, and it was like the Topsfield Fair like reached out like you could play here. Now most people would be like, I want to play the Garden. I was like, I want to play at the Topsfield Fair. Like that's like when you're around here, you're like, I made it. You know what I mean? Like I'm on the fucking bill for the Topsfield Fair.
Complimentary fried Oreos after the show.
Dude, no lie. We were supposed to play like this like one of those like stages, and it fucking when I say it deluged. We played in a quilt barn with all these ladies quilting, and like I was super hungover, and I'm like, this is the worst day of my life. This is what I aspired to be. You know what I mean? Like this is the peak of my life. So you guys are gonna be on the fucking float. We're gonna get a bunch of stickers tied to some candy. You guys can throw that out to people. It's fucking awesome, dude. That's gonna be fucking sick.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
The networking is paid off, Sean.
Yeah.
You're massive on network.
This is why we do it.
Yeah, it is why you do it. So we talked about this actually on the Jake Wilcox episode, the infamous Jake Wilcox episode, which has been scrubbed from the internet.
For now.
Yeah, because he said so many horrible things. I mean, this kid was, you should have seen the things this kid was saying. It was inflammatory.
The kid should be locked up.
Honestly, like, I feel like if
He's
we,
rivaling Kanye right now.
yeah, I feel like if we sent it to, and that was whatever. Like, we won't get. We'll let, when Jake wants to come back on, we'll let him. Let's just say it was just a bet. There wasn't much to be gained from it for him. So that's, and we are Jake Wilcox guys, Wilcox family guys, obviously. But like in context of that, like I think that it's funny because we now got Shay coming up on the thing, right? We're doing the sponsorship for that, right? But we talked about a little bit on that, like I totally forgot where I was going with this, by the way. I totally just brain that never happens to me. My brain just like broke.
April 17th, Shay's fighting. We'll go with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. This is not a good start to the show. I'm going to say that right now. I'm not going to say where it's going. I actually started feeling like this twinge of like regret of bringing up the fact because I was like, it's not Jake's fault that it was not. What I was going to say was if that had been sent to anybody who was curious about Jake's performance on the episode, he might have been the most like best kid you've ever met in your life. Like he was absolutely
Nothing controversial.
Nothing controversial. Like,
Brendan probably said the most controversial shit.
Well, I think that if people look through our Instagram, is what I think they probably like, wow, man, maybe he shouldn't be on the show. Like, this is a good stop for his career. But
early episodes with Fitzy had 13 beers empty.
I actually think here's what I was trying to say, and I lost my train of thought. I actually think it made him look better. Because like we're such pieces of shit.
Because of how bad we look.
Because we're just such pieces of shit.
3 idiots and him.
Yeah, 3 idiots.
Well, that had me thinking afterwards. I was like, it was like, oh man, it was like the Patreon episode. I was just so many homophobic slurs.
Well, I mean,
I was like, sitting right next to him. I don't think he said a word.
You were like, you're like,
sweating rockets right next to him.
This is exactly where I was trying to go with it. So, so your dad, we talked about it there, and sometimes like I forget what we've talked about offline, what we've talked about on the show. Like I have to remind myself of what has actually been discussed. So that episode right now is scrubbed, and that was on Patreon. So your dad has a podcast now, Better Bad Ideas, right? We just talked about like that, him talking about your grandmother and all that stuff. But like, it's pretty wild, like that, like rise of like his, like, like it's crazy. Like everybody's like, oh, that's his kid? I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah.
It's just crazy watching it, especially with him saying how stupid all this shit was when I started doing it, and now he's doing the same exact thing.
Because wasn't it your idea?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I would say it for a couple of years, and then he'd tell me how stupid of an idea that was.
He admits it
For him
on
to
the
do
show.
a show?
He admits it on the show that like you were the one that kind of tried to go in that direction for the podcast.
Yeah, after I told him 40 times
Yeah.
in person.
And he's like, and now here I am doing it, and he's right.
So what have you thought so far of the podcast?
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah,
It's got great guests.
I know. I'm just waiting for my episode.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Danny's waiting for his. I think it's great. I actually think it's funny because there's a lot of people that have mentioned it. Like, it kind of almost feels like a massively bigger version of this because he'll mention people that like I know in it. Like, he's like, yo, Hatch was there. I'm like, I know all these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it is great, that part of it. I think it's awesome. I think it's great. I'm loving it.
I'm looking forward to. He said he's gonna do it after, a certain amount of episodes, but he's gonna start like having like his friends on and like people he grew up with on.
That would be crazy.
I think those episodes are gonna be the best.
That would be sick.
I can't wait for those. Like, who gives a fuck about like,
Brian Callen and like all these famous people. Casey
just,
Affleck.
like some politicians and stuff. Like, I want to hear like the good stories from back in the day.
Yeah. I thought the Casey Affleck one was very good though. Like, actually, I thought we talked about it, but I all of it's been great because I think the guys feel candid with him. You know what I mean? Like, that was what I took from that Brian Callen one. Was like it felt very like candid. Like that whole thing about we talked about last week, but him just saying that like most actors don't have any money, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, well, they're like anybody else. On just a bigger scale.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like it's like, so if you make I remember a conversation with a kid one time. He's like, I feel like if you made 400 grand a year, then you'd be all set.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but
Not if you're living there.
not if you're living with people who are making 700.
Yeah.
Because then everybody's trying to catch up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like anything else. Like,
Kevin Hart, believe it or not, had a funny joke about that. He was like, I can't hang with athletes. He goes, because I'll go there and, you're trying to one-up them. I got this round. I got that round. He goes, all right, that was a great night, right? Yeah, it was a great night. He goes, we're doing the same shit tomorrow. He's like, wait a minute. wait the fuck a minute. It was a good night, not 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, athlete money's different.
yeah. Oh, dude, you're making $26 million a year, $30 million a year. Like, can you even imagine that? Like,
I was just looking at the
Juan Soto's.
that one too.
It's fucking crazy.
But I was looking at
bought that kid a fucking, you see the car he
Yeah.
bought him? Like,
what was it, 760 or something?
Yeah,
It's fucking imagine, dude.
absurd.
I was looking at a picture of Alex Verdugo, like the Red Sox
Yeah.
and Yankees
I saw
difference,
it.
and like the chains he had on.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
fuck.
couldn't take my fucking eyes away from his weak chin.
Yeah, dude. He
Once
does
they
that.
made him shave, dude.
Yeah.
Why do you think I have a beard?
Me too.
why we're on the beard club
we
now.
see it all the
I have
time.
a weak chin.
It's a cheat code for guys.
But they said that too. They said they looked at Alex Verdugo.
They
with
were like, all right,
all right, whoa, wow, a beard.
change this policy.
That's the dumbest rule.
So
so
dumb.
stupid.
So dumb.
so Fitz, big weekend.
Big weekend down the Cape for Connor's first travel hockey tournament, of which Reading Mike Twos are the champs.
Let's go.
Took home the ship this morning at 9:40. Kids played great. Parents got drunk. Thursday we went down and
It happens.
it was beers, nips, fucking sticks. My liver.
12:45 a.m. texting me and Danny.
Yeah, yeah.
Best.
Da-
The best.
I texted like the group, and
Yeah.
I'm like, Danny,
I'm
I'm
hammered."
hammered.
I met this kid.
Yeah,
You know this kid?
you know this guy?
I'm
He's like,
tossing
"Yeah, I
and
know."
turning. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm up. Let's talk.
Let's chat. I'm bored.
So we went to the second night we were there. We got down there early because we had a game 10 a.m. on Friday morning. So we didn't want to drive to Brewster at like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Because if you hit traffic now, you're like screaming into the parking lot trying to get him dressed and get on the ice and whatever. So we booked an extra night. So we went down Thursday night. Low key Thursday night. Friday night, we tried to go out to dinner with the whole entire team, parents, kids, everything. So we had,
that could be a nightmare.
dude, and it's off season for them, so there's no one working these
Yeah.
little places. Shout out to the Lost Dog Pub because they accommodated us. There's 2 of them. Funny enough, two Lost Dogs. One in Orleans, one in West Dennis. Orleans, no issues. West Dennis,
Couple issues.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Couple issues.
Borderline on poor people's pub status.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we're there for an hour and a half, and we don't even get a drink.
Oh yeah.
What?
That's
How's that even like you? Why would you even be this?
I was like, should we leave? They kept coming in and being like, I promise it's not going to be much longer. I wish they just said, we can't accommodate you,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm back and forth to the
By
bar.
the way, how sad is it that it's like it's fucking winter down the Cape and you can't get on?
You can't get service.
I mean,
And it's all fucking North Shore parents,
Yeah.
Reading parents. You're going to make a huge tip on this bill. Everyone's going to tip you well.
yeah.
Right.
Get us in, get us out, and
Yeah.
you're going to make you'll have a good night. They couldn't figure it out. So I'm going back and forth to the bar. One of the moms turns on the TV. She's like flipping, because the kids are going nuts. Kids are dumping salt shakers out on the table, fucking fake making up lines and shit. I'm like, what are you guys doing? I was like, get the ketchup away from that kid. And
Snorting lines of salt.
so this one mom, she's on the thing trying to find something. I was like, hey, Lauren, can you get a waitress on demand on that fucking thing? The crowd went wild. And Melissa goes like this piece of shit. She was like, fuck this guy peacocking in front of these fucking.
We know how that works.
Yeah, it's
By the
great.
way,
I
there's
love
not
it.
enough women named Lauren anymore.
Yeah.
That's it. You got to be
Yeah.
over 35 to have a Lauren name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need a Pearl. You know what I mean? Give me a
Yeah.
Pearl.
Pearls-
Lauren's a
Pearls-
great name.
Yeah.
Pearls are gone, dude.
Pearls are gone. yeah.
They're not coming back either.
No, I agree. They're done.
Yeah.
So did you guys? So you wrapped it up today. Championship's done.
Yep. We
Is
won.
Connor pumped?
Oh, yeah. He was pumped. He had 2 goals.
Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah. Good game. Kids played good. The other team was solid. Dude, the Melrose girls.
Oh, I heard.
We played the Melrose girls. They were the most physical team we played all weekend. That was the Friday morning game. There was one girl that's just filthy, nasty, and physical. She's checking kids. At the end of the game, she slashes. They're losing, so she slashes one of our best kids. He goes off the ice crying.
Typical female.
He goes off the ice crying. Right? We win.
Ruins his life.
They're in the line to shake hands. He punches her in the face.
Oh,
She got her helmet. He's our littlest kid. She's got her helmet on. He's got his gloves on. So it's not like fist to face, you know? But it's just sick to see like a little 7-year-old whack a girl in the face.
Oh.
And then she gets out of line and fucking rabbit punches him in the back of the head.
yes.
Dude, I think
They're gonna end up together.
I was like, oh man, if my daughter played hockey, I wanted to be just like that.
Yeah.
This girl was nasty. She was filthy.
That story, I think, almost identical was told to us by Josh before one of the podcasts where, like, some kid on her team did that to her.
Yeah.
And she, like, lit him up. And I'm like, I know it sucks because that kid's a dickhead, but, like, it's great response.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I want those kids to be competitive, pushing each other. Because might hockey, you're not allowed to hit in hockey,
Yeah.
in youth hockey, until 13.
Right.
So there's no checking. Meanwhile, Connor checked a kid through the false boards, got a fucking 4-minute penalty.
4 minutes?
4 minutes. He had to miss 2 shifts.
Jesus.
They got him back on the ice because the refs don't give a fuck.
Put a mustache on him and just
Yeah,
got him
no,
back
yeah,
out there.
this kid's fine.
Yeah, no big deal. So also we talked. I feel like this is what I'm saying. Like with the Jake Wilcox, it's like we experienced the Jake Wilcox episode, but like nobody else did now except for like you were on the Patreon. So you just did some gigs with Lenny Clark, right?
Yeah, it
How was that?
was cool.
Because I feel like that's kind of like fucking you getting somewhere you haven't been before. To do something with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool, and he's like the nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
Like it's like nothing but like advice and like positive shit. Because there was another like newer kid on the show too, and he was just like so good to both of us.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, he's just a great guy.
Yeah, I feel like me and my dad met him at some like cystic fibrosis walk, and he was like took a picture with us. It was like couldn't have been nicer of a guy. You know what I mean? Like
He really is like one of the most down to earth people ever.
yeah. So what were those shows? Was that
I was at Joe Fish for that one.
yeah.
Tell you a story about that afterwards.
Patreon?
Yeah, Patreon. Yeah.
Nice.
Joe Fish, wait, I think I know where this is going then. Is
Yeah.
It? Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I did a show with Joe Fish and I had a very similar experience, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Where's that?
It's up in Andover.
diagonal from,
North Andover,
from
maybe?
Bella's.
Yeah.
Diagonal. Literally.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why it sounds familiar.
Yep. Pass on the way home.
My parents grew up with Lenny Clark.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. They grew up in Cambridge with Jimmy Tingle, Lenny Clark. Who else was one of those guys? Where's Sweeney from? Charlestown?
Charlestown,
Yeah. They knew him growing up.
Yeah. And
It's
then-
funny because I remember the first time I went to a comedy show ever was at what was the one that used to be above like the back room or something like that? It was like in Faneuil Hall, like above.
The Chinese place?
No. Like
No,
it
that was
in,
the Ding Ho in Cambridge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no. This was like
Yeah.
in Faneuil Hall, like up above, like
I'm
You
drawing a
know what I'm
blank.
talking about, right?
I know exactly what you're talking
Anyways,
about. I'm drawing
Comedy
a blank.
Connection?
yeah, I think
Yes.
so. Comedy
Yeah.
Connection.
Yes.
And it was like Brian Regan
He's
and
hilarious.
Steve Sweeney was there. And Regan, I have to say, like, I do find it amazing when a guy plays like straight, doesn't swear, and he's that funny because for me that would be impossible. Like it's not like it's a crutch, of course, but like anyway, Steve Sweeney came out and I remember being like, all right, now here's my type of guy, you know what I mean? like because I had never seen stand-up comedy and like it was like that was just like if you had the funniest uncle of all time, just like come in, like that was Steve Sweeney. you
Yeah.
know?
He's so good still.
Yeah. Does he still like travel or does he just do like around here?
Pretty much just around here.
Yeah.
A little pricey, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's still great. I'm with him at Nick's April 19th, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that day's gonna be crazy. Got my buddy's baby shower, and I got Nick's, and then Shay's fight.
Oh, shit.
Oh, by the way, all right. So this is what I
So
was
is it,
talking
is it
about.
the 19th?
Yeah.
All right,
right,
I'm back on track here. I lost my mind a little bit in that first. By the way, I'll tell you right now, when I started losing my track of thought, I was like,
You having a stroke?
well, no, I was actually thinking like, fuck, I feel like I'm really good at this, but I'm pretty bad at it right now. But I'll tell you right now, I'm back on track. Here's what I want to do. We talked a little bit offline, so we are sponsoring Shea for the fight. Obviously, we're gonna have the pulling the cork on the trunks. Now, we talked about going a little gaudy for the fight, like tracksuits. No, we're going suits. All right, we're going suits. We're gonna dress like gentlemen for this fucking event. All right, maybe some nice sunglasses, just to let everybody know. Yeah, of course, at night.
Sunglasses.
Just
indoors.
looking like gentlemen in this place. All right, that's what I'm thinking. How do you feel about that?
I'll do anything to dress up. I'm all
Well,
for
because
it.
here's the thing, and I would say this: I don't want to detract from. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to sit there and be like peacocking around when you're not the main event. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yep.
We're here to support, but I do want to look class at this event.
Yeah, so we're not going to go like we're going to go like K&G, not real upscale. We'll just go like a
Yeah, we're not going like Dumb and Dumber.
shitty suit.
Listen, we'll handle
Fitzy
that.
doesn't want to buy another suit.
Listen,
Is what he's getting at.
here's what I'm
I
saying.
got a shitty
Here's what I'm
K&G
saying.
suit.
I know that we all like getting paid for this podcast, but we might be going to Milton's to get fitted for some nice
Oh,
suits.
Jesus.
All right?
That's not in the budget.
Look, I decided what's in the budget. I want to look good at this fucking thing. All right?
I'll never financially respond.
But
Could
no,
just
we're
spend a
going.
weekend at fucking
I want
McCabe.
to be looking good at this thing. All right, okay, that's what I'm saying. So we're just gonna dress nice. All
Fine
right,
with that.
we'll figure it out. We'll litigate that on a separate.
I got a nice sweater vest from Structure.
Structure, dude.
Dude, don't bring your H&M in here. All
I
right.
took my fucking
Well,
senior
H&M
photos.
is my go-to place.
Yeah,
I
love
love
it.
H&M.
Love H&M, dude.
all my-
H&M's all right.
All my T-shirts.
Yep, H&M's all right, dude. Structure. I took my senior photo with a Structure sweater, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Sick. It was like $85 back in
Pure
2005.
class.
Yeah, dude.
Did we figure out who he's fighting?
No, I have no idea.
No, not yet.
Yeah, they're just gonna get buried. So that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I can't wait for that. By the way, I'm psyched. That's
Same.
gonna be a fucking
Yeah,
great night.
I love.
So you
I love
gotta
Boston.
do something afterwards.
No, I got a baby shower in the morning of
Yeah.
Buddy Norsha.
Yeah.
And then I have to go from there to Nick's.
He's probably going to be at the baby
time's
shower,
next?
too,
Yeah,
isn't
he
he?
is.
What
yeah.
time's next?
Nick's is at 7:30. So, and I'm just opening, so I'm gonna do my set and then
Go
leave
Bounce.
and
directly?
go right to the fight.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm gonna
so-
be blackout by the time I get to this fight.
So the fight's in Brookline, right? So what time do you think the fight goes? Like 9 or 10 p.m.?
I don't know.
We're all going to Encore afterwards. That's what I'm saying.
All right, yeah.
We're all going to
oh,
Encore.
yeah. Oh, I'm in.
That's the punchline to this joke.
You guys might have to fucking carry me.
Yeah,
there.
no. We'll get you there.
We might take it a
I'm
limo.
thinking about taking a limo. See, here's the
Well,
thing.
so-
I want to come up and fucking style this thing.
So what I'm pissed about the most is about having the show. Like I'm pumped to do it and everything, but they all rented a party bus to go from the baby shower
To
the
that. So
fight.
you're missing out on that.
Yeah, I'm missing.
It's like
the
me
party
missing
bus.
out on the float.
Yeah,
You gotta do what you gotta do, though.
yeah. Oh man.
The difference is you're doing a gig that can accelerate your comedy career, and I'm doing like a fucking St. Patty's Day gig at some fucking place that nobody's gonna give a fuck what's going on. You know what I mean? Like that's the
Yeah,
difference.
we're playing on St. Patty's Day. That's sick.
Day before, so
Well,
count.
I mean,
yeah, St. Patty's weekend, whatever. It'll be fun.
yeah.
I can't wait to see the pictures though. You guys, it's gonna be fucking awesome.
I can't wait.
During the
Can't
time that I maybe told this early in the podcast, but me and Kev Marr, who often talked about my buddy Downing, we were in this band. Downing's from Situate. Situate has one of the older,
Largest.
largest parades. They have the largest percentage of 2010 consensus of Irish American descendants in one
I knew that.
town. So they have a great parade. And so we got to play for the Tinker Sun parade. And as we're going up to it, it was like, all right, it looks like it's gonna be 47. I'm like, perfect. As we keep going, the fucking temps just dropping. Day up 34 on the water, dude. Playing the same 3 songs, right? Because they wanted Irish songs. So it was like Irish Me, which I wrote, and then like Dirty Old Town, and then the Water Boys, right? Just on repeat. And I'm like, I was so fucking cold, dude. It was so cold. You know what I mean? And that parade starts in like the kind of the outside of town. And then as you get in, that's when it gets sick. Like you're downtown, like people are on the fucking roofs and shit. It was actually, you guys are gonna have a fucking blast, dude. When you
can't
get
wait,
into
can't
that,
wait.
that whole parade is like that. So like, you're gonna have a fucking blast. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah. What time's the parade usually start?
10?
10.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't even really go anywhere.
Because they
before.
usually, they,
Pre-game.
Yeah.
they do the, well, that's what we were talking about before you got here. Was like, where are we going to park? How are we going to do all that shit? Because it's mayhem going to the Salty that day.
Yeah. I mean, you could just Uber wicked early.
Yeah. Yep. We got to get our hands on it.
We'll figure it out.
We got to get our hands
you know,
on
you
it.
got to know somebody that lives in Southie. You can just
I know-
like
I
hang
know-
out at their house and fucking drink a beer.
Yeah, one of my buddies always has people over.
Yeah.
Lives down there.
Yeah, you were like, hey, you got to get up because we're almost there. You know what I mean? Like,
It's at 8
parade
a.m.
time for fucking 3 hours. That's gonna be fucking awesome.
Can't wait.
But that is the hot thing about those type of parades, like parking and fucking figuring out, you know? Like, yeah, you probably be best off to Uber.
Well, I'll meet at a certain
You're
spot.
gonna be
and-
fucking
Yeah.
absolutely wrecked at the end of this thing. It's gonna be awesome.
There's a bar on it.
Yeah, that's what Mitch told me.
Okay.
Fitzy,
That's
you're
why
gonna have a
it's
fucking
gonna
blast.
be fucked.
I worry about Fitzy only because he's so big. Like he could like easily get
Just
tipped
throw
over.
someone off.
Yeah. Throw somebody off or fall.
We need room.
Fall off
Yeah.
and crush someone.
Yeah, fall off and
I
crush
kill
somebody.
someone.
One ending.
You're on. I didn't mean
Just
it.
the back
I
of our
just
sweatshirt logo.
once I have that many drinks, I fall. So I got another funny story. I got a couple funny stories about the weekend. It's a hotel.
Yeah.
It's all hockey kids.
Yep.
They get up to no good, right? So we're in our hotel room. We had just got there, unpacking shit. I'm standing. I still got my sneakers on because fuck hotel rugs. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I hear a knock at the door. So I think it's the Evans kid and his nephew, right? Because they're like 3 doors down from us. So I go, we're real quick. I go right to the door. It's 4 Medford kids ding dong ditching me.
Nice.
So I open the door and they all freeze and I go, "What are you doing?" Dead, straight face. Kid goes, "Sorry." And I closed the door. I was like, they won't be back.
Can just shit himself.
It was hilarious. And Melissa was like, "Are you serious right now?" I was like, "Fuck that kid. He's not ringing my bell every 10 minutes and making me go look through the peephole."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm setting a precedent right now." She goes, "Yeah, you're kind of right. Let them go do it to someone
The
else."
kills
Don't go to room 406.
Yeah. Then, I don't know what you guys got in your houses, right? But I got oval, elongated toilets.
Yes.
I don't know what kind of
No
savage.
Cheerios. Yeah.
I don't know what kind of savage installs fucking round
Circle toilets.
toilets, dude.
Wow.
The hotel room, I had to jam everything in there. And now I'm already like sore.
Ass nuts, dick.
Yeah, so I'm already sore down there and I'm like tucking shit in. I'm like, fuck, trying to squeeze out a shit in the morning. Fuck round toilets.
Yeah. No bueno.
Make toilets elongated again.
Yeah.
Right? You guys,
yeah.
you guys
1000%.
know. Does anyone install those anymore?
I haven't seen one.
Forever, right?
I don't think I've ever installed
down the
one.
Dude, here's
Yeah.
a fact.
Go down the
My
cave, they're
parents'
there.
upstairs bathroom has a Cheerio fucking toilet.
Oh my God.
It's like the thing in I think you should leave. It's like a fart toilet. Like,
Yeah.
it's like not big enough like to really be safe.
you can piss in there. That's it.
about
Taking
right.
a shit
Pretty
is
much,
not a good idea.
I mean, I have shit in it a lot. 'cause
I
grew
had
up
to
there,
do
but-
it. I had to do it all weekend.
Yeah, that's probably a little bit more slight when I lived there. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a small guy, so
Well.
that toilet doesn't work.
You have XL toilets. I feel like they should offer that.
They should have
do.
talls.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'll tell
talls.
you what, there are some fat fucking people out there
So
in the
pool,
world.
the pool had
Some
elongated
fat people.
No, elongated toilets. So I was tempted to wake up and just head down to the pool and shit in the pool.
It's not the worst idea in the world. Imagine that. Guy just taking
Yeah,
a
just
dump in the
rip
pool.
one.
Yeah.
You're like, clean that up, fucking
Yeah.
hot tub
What do
Nazi.
you think of Kanye now? You know. How about that, by the way? Do you see this thing? Daniel showed me this video of Kanye.
Kanye's got a swastika on his shirt talking to Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
What's going on with Yay?
He's cooked.
I mean, like, there's really no way to defend it.
No, you can't.
Even for us.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, it's funny because Tommy's got this playlist. I think I talked about this, but he's Kanye on there. Like, oh, you like? I'm more of a fan of his new model of behavior than his old, you know. And he's like, and I'm like just trying to fucking rib him up, you know. I mean, this kid has just lost his fucking marbles. Like,
Yep.
I mean, listen. You get like you just said. It's like there's nothing to say, really. You know,
You can't even be like, well,
Can't.
He's doubling down every time.
yeah.
Like,
I
all right,
think it's
stop talking
hilarious.
about the Jewish people. And he's like, all right, Nazi shirt coming in hot. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Swastika shirt.
because I don't know, because I feel like he really doesn't mean it. He's just trying to get a
Dude,
rise
I don't
out
know.
of
He
everybody.
He has whatever Antonio Brown has on steroids. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
just like a fucking CTE.
Yeah, that's a good
Well,
comparison.
imagine if he played football.
No,
Oh yeah, I know.
that'd be fucking wild.
Is he making music or is
No.
he just doing? He's trolling.
Yeah,
at this
just
point. He
straight
just-
trolling.
I mean, if he's trolling, I don't think he's trolling. I think
The
he's-
last thing
I think
that
he's
he-
nuts.
He definitely did more music than this, but this is just popping in my head. He did a beat that was supposed to be for Drake before Drake
Oh,
got
that's the
him
funniest thing ever.
to fucking lift yourself. You ever heard that beat? It's
No.
an amazing beat, right?
it?
And it was supposed to go to Drake, and he was like, "Hey, I just did my own thing on it," and it's just Kanye going boopity boop, scoop
No.
poop,
What?
doop
For like
doop
4
for like
minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
No.
And the beat is nasty.
You knew he went crazy. Was that him?
It was definitely him.
Yeah.
Definitely him. Doesn't matter what you're about to say. It was definitely him.
It's so funny though how his one thing is one get out of jail free card that he's like, I told you about Diddy. He's like, yeah, but you're a fucking anti-Semitic maniac.
yeah.
Like, so like,
Yep.
not like it's so much better.
His rants are pretty entertaining.
I
though.
mean,
If you follow his Twitter,
It's incredible.
There's days where you can just tell he hasn't had his meds in fucking weeks,
I don't think he's ever had his
and
meds,
he's just
dude.
fucking.
Can you imagine
Dude,
being?
listen, I gotta
all caps.
Listen, I
Type
have
it in
I
all
have
caps.
a I have a good friend whose brother is, you know, similar in like that mind lost state a little bit, or that like erratic thing. And like you would see it, dude. And that's where they it's proven like that's actually diagnosed. Like they'll go on social media and they'll just fucking spew.
Yep.
And it's like constant, like repeated manic fucking texts and tweets and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden they're dark for like months. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it comes back again. Like, do you think you should be able to kill Kanye? Like, you think it would be like better for society if Kanye was to die?
Nah,
I don't think
you
so.
can cancel
You're
him,
saying
though.
you
They
wouldn't
should-
do it, but you're saying
They
like if he
tried.
died, would you feel like it was good or bad?
I'll let you take this one, Sean.
So I'll say it's bad because I think the college dropouts in my top 5 albums.
Well, yeah, but he's
all time.
Yeah.
already done
He's
that.
way
He's already
past
done that.
Yeah, it's
He's
already
done that.
here.
Yeah, but like I still listen to it all the time.
I actually,
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I think it's bad.
I'd be
If
upset.
I think if you just like died, like if you say like you always said like, oh, if you could go back in time and kill Hitler like right away, right? Would you do that, right? Which obviously the world would not be the same, but if you could go back and kill Kanye before he does this whole tirade, right? Or he was just to die tragically, like Kurt Cobain kills himself. I actually don't think that's any better because it's like, at least like kids will see that and be like, that is fucked up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and
like
did we learn anything from it?
100%.
We didn't learn shit
1000%.
because now he's gone. 1,000,000%. He's gone.
Yeah. So it's good that he's alive. That's all I'll say. He's a good role model.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough question.
I mean, if you got hit by a car tomorrow, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
They already tried to take him out with a car accident. He survived it.
yeah,
He's a survivor. I'll give him that.
yeah,
He's
Through
not
the
a fan
wire,
of-
baby.
yeah. He's like, how am I getting on a flight now? I got
Not
all
a
this
fan of the
jewelry on.
Holocaust survivors, but he's a survivor,
I gotta
but not a
plate my
fan of the
chips.
Holocaust survivors. That's what I'll say about
yeah.
it. Like, how would that even make sense that you would be pro Hitler if you were black? Could that even make sense?
He's a
Would that lead? Oh, so he's just completely anti-Semitic. Is that what it
Correct.
is?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yep.
He just completely hates Jewish people.
He's
Yeah.
he's on the Kool-Aid. I wouldn't even say it's Kool-Aid. It's partly right, but like that the Jews run the world.
Yeah,
And
but
he
like,
just-
you know,
and
what,
he-
Al from Bad Brain made a great point with this. By the way, real quick interjection. Here's a free ad. Justin from Bad Brain brought me over chili the other day. It was great. So Justin's chili's great.
Check out his album.
Yeah.
Bernard Cozy.
Yeah, check out all his albums.
Well, he's got one for sale right now.
He does? Oh, on vinyl, right?
Yeah, on vinyl. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's as good as the chili, it's great. So Al said the other day, he's like, there's only, what is it, like 15 million Jews in the world or something like that? So to think that they run everything would be a wildly, like, amazing, like, feat of, you know.
Well, they are like those Jewish people I know are like just so fucking smart and just like they're just a smart group of people. I could see 15 million running the world.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 15 million. I'd be talking out of school.
Yeah, but either way, it's like
Yeah.
not that big of a number.
All I'm saying is that, like, Kanye is so much worse. All right, let's just use Kanye as an example, right? Say he wasn't anti-Semitic, he's just Kanye. And Jay-Z and Diddy, and before Diddy gets caught for being the worst person in the world. What would stop me from starting a conspiracy being like, black people are starting to run the world? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like anything else, dude. It's like like I feel like people start talking real conspiracy, like dark conspiracy, not like the fun conspiracy, which is like, oh, there's drones up there, you know? The alien conspiracy is different. When you start talking about like the race conspiracy, it's like my life stinks. So like I'm gonna, in general, like try to figure out a way why it stinks. And this is the person who's holding me down. You know what I mean? Like it used to be always the kid who like changed fucking carburetors and shop on Facebook would be like, have you heard about the Stones down, the Georgia Stones? Like, it's like on Facebook, I was like 24. I'm like, dude, you are an idiot. Like, your life sucks because you're a piece of shit, not
Yeah.
because of like, you know, like whatever.
Usually when you're blaming a group of people for like your life not being great,
Yeah.
that person's like, you know, just usually the dumbest person you've ever met in your life.
Yes, pretty much. Well, Kanye.
They don't have their shit together.
Yeah.
But I
Next
mean,
week on the
but-
show, Kanye.
But
West.
that's what's crazy about Kanye is it's like he's a fucking billionaire and just super successful in like everything he's done.
yeah.
So like,
Except for like living.
All right, so that's
Yeah.
that's a good question, right? Say Kanye was like, "Hey, pulling the cork. I'd like to come on and talk about shit." Would you have him on?
No.
100%. You have to.
That's
dude.
why I run the show. And then I would publicize that we didn't have him on.
That won't help. Having him on just to have, and we don't have to agree or say anything. Just let him talk
let him cook.
on our platform.
What would you do if I had him on? Then I was like, you're right. The Jews are the worst.
I'd be like, oh, fuck, that could have been
You're
good.
like, that's how I got him on.
Backfired.
We-
I was on a Reddit thread with Kanye, and that's how I got him on. No, I mean, I probably would.
you have to.
yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, as long as you're like, but didn't Joe Rogan had him on, but they never put the episode out?
Oh, really?
Something happened
No,
with that.
they had it. They had it up. I watched it. It was just weird. Like it was no anti-Semitic stuff. It
Yeah.
was just like he's just such a freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rogan, I think I saw clips of it, and Rogan was like just saying, like, yeah, but how would that work? And he's like, oh,
He's like,
how much does America
Dude, it's like,
cost?
what's the
Yeah.
guy? What's all right?
yeah,
What's
he's
the
like, because I'm Kanye.
hey?
West.
What's the actor's name? Fuck, the guy who was in Crash.
fucking
Thinks he's a mathematician.
yeah?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, he always says Maine.
Yeah,
in his
yeah,
movies.
yeah. He
Terrence
was-
Howard?
Terrence Howard. Yeah.
So when he was on, and then they finally got on. They
As soon
finally
as
got
you
on.
said that, I was like, hustle and flow.
They finally got on like, that real mathematician, and they would go back and forth. It was like abundantly clear, really quick that like Terrence Howard doesn't know shit. Like, the guy's like, no, it's not actually how it works. Like he's like, well, he's like, if you, and it's like, dude, you think you know, but you don't. Like
You're an actor.
you're an actor who's like pretending. And it is a weird thing about the world though. It's like people would just watch him being like, oh, maybe Terrence Howard's a fucking secret genius to save the world. It's like, no, Terrence Howard was a crash. He can't get a job anymore. He got kicked off fucking Iron Man. Like he's an asshole.
I forgot all about that mathematician fucking.
Yeah, because
episode.
what was his whole theory? He was like,
Oh,
nothing,
zero,
nothing
one
can
plus-
equal zero.
yeah. It was like 1 + 1 can't equal like, or 1 + 0. It was like, dude,
yeah, and he was
you're confusing yourself, I think, is what's happening.
yeah, he was like two plus 0 is 2.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's like, no, it's not.
No, he was
It's
saying
like,
2 +
no, it's
0
just-
isn't 2.
Yeah, he's like, it's
Yeah.
not 2. He's
Yeah.
like, that's just not how math works.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, but I cracked the code.
Yeah, he's like, I cracked the code. It's like, dude, you imagine, by the way, also, I thought about that because I watched clips of that because it was like a 3-hour episode with him and the mathematician guy. And I'm like, imagine, like, you're like, dude, I've been walking around, people starting to believe this shit, and I believe it. He definitely believes he's right.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, all of a sudden, this guy's just like, you're fucking wrong, and you're an idiot. And like, and then all of a sudden, like, you just got on to Joe Rogan. Now forever, you can't even act again. You're never in a fucking another podcast ever again.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I'm revolutionizing, like, the world.
Did you ever see that guy? I don't even know his name, but I saw clips of him where he goes, I've broken down the day from midnight to 6 is one day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, then 6 a.m. to 12, day 2. I'm gonna kick your butt. And
Oh,
everyone's-
that's, fuck, who is that asshole? I know who you're talking about.
He said he has 3 days in one. He was like, so just like that.
It's one of those,
I
dude.
manipulated
Dude,
21
talk about
days.
this a million
and 7
times.
days. Like,
These
what are you talking
fucking
about?
guys on the internet who are like promotional, like Patrick Bet David's kind of one of them, used to be one of them. Like Gary V's one of them. Like these guys who are like, get up, get motivated. Like I got 3 days in one. That's fuck. The guy who's at his podcast. Ed, fuck, I can't remember his name.
He
But he's like, I got
stinks.
3 days in one. It's like, dude, do me a favor. Suck your own dick. You're such
Yeah.
a fucking zero. Like seriously, you know what I mean? Like And he's one of those guys, I've listened to his podcast. He fucking will, all of a sudden, he's like, then you have to thank the Lord, man. It's like, dude, you definitely are dumb. Because, by the way, there's no God. I hate to fucking break it to you. It's fake. Santa Claus isn't real either. I hate to break that to you. Fitzy's so fucking mad right now.
Brendan believes in Ouija boards and
I believe in
ghosts, and
Ouija boards and
he doesn't-
demons.
He doesn't believe
no
in God
Lord,
or
no
or
Lord, but just
Santa
Ouija
Claus.
boards and demons. No, but that guy's an Ed. Fuck, I know his fucking name. Anyways, that's the guy that says I have 3 days in one.
Yeah.
I got fucking. It's like, dude, you're sleeping 8 hours. What are we doing? I hate guys like that.
He's such a
Yeah,
magoo.
well, so when like Navy SEAls say crazy shit like that, it's like whatever. But like when like a guy like Andy Elliott, who's a car
Yeah.
salesman, I fucking hate that guy. He's like,
Here we
oh,
go.
He was
You
like,
know who loves him?
Who?
Joey Boats.
really?
Yeah, but
Why?
he hates him.
Joey
He loves to hate
him because he's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
just
yeah.
on there
Yeah.
jacked and
Oh, I've
fucking
watched
an
all his
idiot,
shit.
yeah.
Like-
That's how I found out about Andy Elliott. Was
too, yeah,
fucking
me
Joey
too.
Boats.
Yeah, the guy's a fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he'll.
He's a donkey.
Dude, these people, here's the problem with these people, right? They prey on people who are dumb.
Yeah,
Okay?
dumb and
they
weak.
sell them a fucking dream,
Yep.
right? So I'm in sales. So I've always been in, well, recruiting, but sales. So I encounter these people all the time throughout my algorithm because of LinkedIn and all this stuff, right? Let me tell you this right now. A great recruiter would not ever want to spend time training people because they're making bank. So there's no reason for them to be training people because they're making fucking way more loot fucking placing people than they could be ever making fucking training people.
Yep.
It's for fucking people who want to just, they're snake oil salesmen. They can't do it.
Yeah.
They just want to fucking pretend and that's what they do. And they think, oh, and then they go under this guise of I'm helping the world, I'm helping everybody. It's all bullshit. It's all fucking fake. Because if you could do it, you'd be doing it. You know what I mean? Like,
It's like the televangelist.
1,000%. Million.
Trillion.
Million%.
I love the video of him when he says to the guys like, "How many cars do you think you could physically sell in a month?" And he's like,
8.
He's like 20, and he's
And then
like,
he's like, all right, take your shirt off.
No, he says,
he's like, "What if I had your family at gunpoint and told you have to sell 40 cars this month?" And this guy's like,
I
"What?"
bet you can sell 40. He's like, I bet you can sell 40.
He's like,
dude.
He's like, I don't know, 9.
Dude, but here's the thing is, like, I feel like I've always said this. People from Boston, it's like, I actually think of a great skit would be like all of us, like, trying to go to like we're going to like a seminar, like, I don't know, something like that. And all of a sudden it's like a cult.
Yeah.
Because Boston people don't fall for that shit. Like, actually, one chick did on that thing, but she's from like Bill Rickett. It doesn't count.
Doesn't
Those people are
count.
trash.
We've
Like, we
done a
would-
whole episode on
Yeah,
the
I
Ricketts.
know.
yeah.
You're
We
on
wouldn't fall for
vacation.
that
Where you
shit.
from?
Yeah.
Boston. Yeah. Which town?
Bill Rickett.
they're like, oh, you're good for this.
Worcester.
I would say Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I don't even say Boston. Because I
don't
grew up
either.
in Somerville. It's not Boston.
Yeah.
No one knows what Somerville is.
So what do you say?
I say Massachusetts.
I say Boston. I say
I always
fuck
say
yourself.
Boston.
I
yeah,
say
yeah.
it too.
Do you?
I always say Boston.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to that. I don't think we're fit to fall for stuff like that. But I feel like give some fucking Midwestern, like white bread motherfucker
Yeah.
who's like just like, oh man, I could make $1 million. It's like, and then they just take fucking 20 grand from you. That's what they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Grey Cardone and those type of guys. They're
Buy
fucking
buy into my program.
Shyster
I'll
an
make
anti-Jewish term, by the way. I've been watching too many Kanye videos.
I don't
feel
think
like.
so. I don't know.
By the way, I'll tell you
ask
this right
Al.
now.
Al knows all
I'm gonna
those
start.
things.
Yeah. Ask Bad Brain. They know all the anti-Semitic terms. I went to. Let's do some ads. We'll start off with Success Lift.
Yeah.
We're all in the group. You can get in the app with Brian Panuzzo. He can tell you how to gain weight, like Danny.
I'm the heaviest I've ever been.
There
Right
you
now,
go.
I'm about
He can also-
197.
he
I'm
can tell
3
you how to-
pounds away from the goal.
He can tell you how to lose it. Mohan's down 50 pounds. I'm not even going to talk about how much I'm down anymore because he fucking cuts me down the text thread all the time because we were college roommates. He thinks he can be a dickhead to me. I guess he can. He's in great shape. And he's helping us get in great shape. So if you want to get in that group, you can get in it. Just send me a thing, pullingthecork1@gmail.com. I have to say, you know what they call this? They call it a non-scale victory, I think.
What do you got?
Went to get a bathing suit today. I'm a large now.
Got a baby.
Cal, let me tell you this right now. I'm in the mirror. My body still looks like trash. I mean, like I'm a large, but like I look like nobody
Smashed
wants to
assholes.
fuck this
Yeah.
kid ever. You know what I mean? This is a
Yeah,
good
but they're going to
sales.
fuck you more now because of the beard.
Well, I mean, listen. There's
do
only
like the
one
beard.
person I can fuck anyway, so it's not up to her anymore. You know where I went to get. So here's what I did today. I'm like, I want this sweater I saw online. Got on like an Instagram ad. LL Bean, but it's like a Irish knit,
Yeah.
but it's got like the 3 buttons right here, so it opens up a little bit, so you could wear an under like a dress shirt with it.
Yep.
I'm like, this would be perfect for St. Patty's. So I go all the way there because I don't want to get it ordered in the mail and then find out it doesn't fit. 'Cause I'm always between a large and XL. So I get there. They don't have that one. So I try another one. Then I'm like, oh, I'll get a bathing suit because I'm going to Aruba in a couple weeks. Get that bathing suit. Try it on. And I come home and like, I'm like, oh, I got a bathing suit at LB. And Maggie's like, you got a bathing suit at LB? And I'm like, yeah, it's flannel. I'm like, when I fucking get out of the water, it just sucks to my dick and my balls. Like it's like a red flannel, like a fucking hunter would wear in the woods. You know what I mean? It's
Al Bowling
I'm like,
special.
I got an orange vest to wear with it, like just in case. You know what I mean?
Flannel.
Like I'm in there, dude. I was in shopping at LB with the biggest nerds that's ever been. It's me and the nerds. Then I realized I'm also a nerd. You know what I mean?
How bad is it getting out of a pool and having a small dick and having to pull the thing
Well, they
away
get-
so no one can see
No,
the
but
outline of how small?
they got the
Dude,
the
as
bathing
soon as I
suits.
get out of the pool,
I'm like,
It's not awesome.
They got the bathing suits now with the
not
under.
awesome.
It's not a net anymore. It's the fucking.
So I have those. Those are sick. I
Yeah.
got them for Aruba.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, that's
like those,
LB's up on that too.
Are they?
Flannel with that.
Flannel with the
Yeah,
in,
it's flannel with
the
that.
in shorts.
I got a matching. It's like pajamas, like that I got for the beach. You know what I mean?
Well, have you ever been like, I'd say around like 5th, 6th grade, you get like a boner in the pool and you're just like waiting to get out?
Yeah, you gotta tuck it in to where the fucking where the drawstring is. Never did that trick? Come on.
not in a bathing suit, no way.
Because then your tip's hanging out.
Yeah, I didn't say put it through the bucket. You gotta
Then people can see your dick hole.
strategic.
Dude, what if it just like falls down?
guys.
Like, when you-
What's the
You gotta
worst?
tie it real tight.
Don't,
Cut out the circulation.
don't look me in the eye.
Oh,
I
no,
didn't get that for like 30 seconds.
I remember just like sitting in the pool for like 15 extra minutes, just like waiting for this thing to go.
You're like,
in,
dude,
just
when was this boner gonna stop?
Just treaded water.
Dude, that's the thing. The older
Trying to
you,
get my exercise in.
the older you get, the less you get random ass bonus. Like when you're a kid, you got bonus like all the time. You know what I mean? You're just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, like when can I stop these bonus? And then when you get older, you're like, when can I stop these bonus?
Wake up, goddammit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude, boners in school are the worst.
Bonus at school, the worst. Yeah, I agree.
It was just like-
sometimes you just. And by the way, you couldn't even. It wasn't even a situation where you could just go take care of business. You know what I mean?
No, unless you're an absolute freak.
Yeah, yeah.
Just in a stall
Do it in front
somewhere.
of the class.
Yeah,
and
no,
cut it.
we had a kid cut a hole in his pocket.
Just jerk off through class.
Yeah,
course.
but he was like obviously jerking off. Like we had to have assembly about it and everything.
Was he
Got
like normal? Or?
Is he walking up and down Route 1 these days?
He was chewing on some stuff.
Yeah. That'll happen. I think. Well, whatever. I mean, you gotta listen. When you're that age, your rocks. You gotta get your rocks off like 3 times a day. I feel like when you're that age.
Oh yeah,
Like you know what I mean?
at least.
Yeah. It doesn't end, by the way. I remember being a kid and being like, oh, I mean, when you're like older, you won't be like wanting to bang and do stuff anymore. And then like you do. It's funny how the world works, you know? Old chestnut. By the way, this whole event was supposed to be, this whole show was supposed to be about parades.
Just kind of went off the rails a little bit.
Well, I mean, I think it's gone in a very good direction.
So I think it's better.
I agree.
Yeah, it was great.
Let's talk about a couple sponsors real quick. MisguidedSpirits.com. So we got to figure this out. Danny, I talked to, I don't think you weren't here. I was talking to Fitzy. James texted me. We'll figure this out afterwards. He seems to be very interested in the comedy event. Maybe coming up, maybe donating some bottle. I don't know. I don't know that flies. We'll figure that out. MisguidedSpirits.com. They're all over the place. They got a bunch of, by the way, they're huge in, what's it called? Fall River.
Yeah.
Fall River people
Really?
drinking themselves to death on this stuff.
Shout out to the Portuguese.
Yeah. Shout out to the Portuguese. They're fucking misguided as fuck. MisguidedSpirits.com. You can order their stuff on there and get it delivered to your house. Great stuff, great booze. You can get blackout on it. I've talked about it a million times. Danny saved my life on it. You want to do Bella's?
Bella's 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover. As you know, Beef Madness is around the corner. Harry and Sandra, best in the game. It's not close. Go up and see them. BellasNA.com stands for North Andover, Not Narcotics Anonymous. Go get yourself a beef. Go get yourself a salad. Go get yourself tap water. It's the best in the game.
American Benchcraft. AmericanBenchcraft.com. Follow them on Instagram at Benchcraft. If you need a wallet, a belt, a dip holster, a tool bag, any leather goods, go to American Benchcraft. AmericanBenchcraft.com. Lifetime warranty on the belts. Not that it's needed, because this belt is never falling apart.
No, it's actually it's like better when it's like broken in. It's fucking dynamite.
I fall in love with it every day.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the
I
best.
crank it to American Benchcraft. Honestly, I used to go through belts like crazy.
Yep.
Just like pulling too tight, ripping them all. Like literally, I would go through like a belt every 3 months.
Yeah.
How long have we had this? A year now?
Almost. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
About a year.
Yep.
It's not going anywhere. Yeah, go online, order some leather goods. Tell them we sent you. Corker code gets you 20% off. What else we got to talk about?
Well, I told Brendan I was going to talk about it because before I said the story about parades, you weren't on the show yet.
Oh yeah.
So, like I said, I'll let Brendan get by real quick.
Silence was brought to you by Bad
Bad
Brain.
Brain. So I used to grow up on the Salty parades. I went every single year, take the train in with my buddies or whatever. Obviously, as you get a little bit older, you get the little cop cup or whatever you want to call it, and you get yourself a little mixed drinks. Hit the orange line to the red line, chill out on Broadway, find someone's triple decker to party in. The best, right? This one in particular year, it was downpouring. It was not like a very crowded parade at all. And we were like, we're still fucking going, you know? So we went out there, and we were right at the beginning of the parade for this particular part. And we're loud, we're obnoxious, and it's noticeable because there's no one out there. We're just the only idiots, you know? But the parade went on. And one of the senators at the time, I'll leave his name out of it because he's not a senator anymore. But he came over and he like fucking screamed at us. You're disrespecting the parade, da-da-da. And we're like, all right, buddy, beat it, you know? Or he's a state rep or something. I remember his name. I just forget what his title was. And then not 2 seconds later, our governor at the time was Scott Brown. And he comes over and he goes, what's up, boys? What's in those cups? Like, just mad cool. And we're like,
Scott Brown, governor?
governor, right? He was?
No, I think he was state rep.
No, he's governor.
Senator.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
Whatever.
One of those things.
Yeah. Those fucking losers.
Some fucking Democrat.
No, he was a
No,
Republican.
he's a Republican.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
So we had, he comes over and we're like, you want a nip? He's like, after the parade, ha, and just kept going. Now it's really fucking coming down, and we're like, all right, we gotta take a little recess here. So we walk down, try to find like an awning to go under, and all of a sudden we just hear music like it's fucking Revere Beach with a Honda Civic. Doom, 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 doom. I'm like, what the fuck is that? We look in the pizza shop, and it's a full-blown party in a pizza shop.
Yeah.
Full-blown party. The door's open, and they're just like, come on in, get food, whatever. And it's, I mean, you couldn't go anywhere. So we're like, this is sick, right? We'll grab a pizza, we'll get dried out real quick. All right, let me go take a piss, though. Where's your bathroom? Oh, it's right there. Dude, I go to open the door, and there's just a couple banging.
Hell yeah.
They're like, close the door.
Yeah. What are you doing?
What are you
creep?
doing? Go at the fucking, in the rain.
You're the weirdo.
Yeah, stop looking at us.
What are you doing?
Why are you making eye contact?
Trying to fuck.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
we stayed like in there for like a half hour to an hour or whatever, and then finally we're like, we gotta find a party, you know? So all the triple deckers down Broadway, people are like, we need a plumber. I go, I found our way in, boys. So I was like, I'm a plumber. And at the time, I don't even know if I had my apprentice card. I was just working with my father. And so I walk in, they're like, you're a plumber? I'm like, yeah. They're like, all right, we need this toilet plunged. I was like, oh, I can do that. No problem, right?
Easy.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Couple fucking hand jerkies. Water goes down. I'm the hero. Now everyone loves me. Can my friends come up? Tell your friends to come
Yeah,
up.
sure.
We got a party for the next 4
drinking.
hours, dude. It was great. We leave there. Joe Teddy was with us at the time. Well, he's cross-eyed drunk. We're on the red line, and he's swaying back and forth like it's a Mortal Kombat fatality with Johnny Cage. And the door's open. We're on the orange line. The door's open to get off at downtown to get on the orange line. He just looks over and projectile vomits about 4 feet in front of him, walks off like nothing happened. Didn't hit anybody. It was kind of impressive. And he's like, I think we got to go home now. I go, what the fuck do you think we were just on the train for the last 4 stops, dude? He had no clue what was going on. We got him home nice and safe. But I am ecstatic to be in this parade this year. That's fucking awesome.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
I have so many stories about Salty parades, but that was the top of the key.
I've only been once.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it was
last year.
Oh,
It was-
really?
So mine was years ago, but it was similar. It was just like we went there because we knew someone who had a triple decker,
Yeah.
and it was like, but they have like it's like open houses.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh yeah, come in, have a beer. Don't stay too long, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
you know what I mean? And yeah, it was just hectic because then if you drive down, people are parked on one-way streets down the middle.
Oh, it's
So like if you're on the side
You're
or in
screwed.
between,
You're in there.
You can't. You
You're
can't
there till
leave.
Monday.
Yeah, you can't leave
Yeah.
until everyone else leaves. Your car, like people leave notes and
Yeah.
say, "Hey,
Call
call
me."
my number." Like Carly Rae Jepsen, that was another thing. Melissa told a lot of the Reading parents that I love that song. Call me maybe.
It's a sick song.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
do you remember the?
Yes. Harvard
yeah.
Harvard
The
baseball.
video- yeah.
Sick.
So
Doom, doom, bang.
I'm sitting there and we're drinking. This was Saturday night. Hammered.
Damn, hammer.
Someone else is controlling the radio. All of a sudden, Carly Rae Jepsen comes on. I snap to attention, right? And they're like,
I picture you
I
like
was like,
initially
oh,
being
let's
like,
go.
whoa.
oh my God, this sucks. This Carly Rae Jepsen. And then I start doing the dance and I'm going like this and fucking whatever. And then I start like
Getting into it.
actually dancing.
Yeah.
And they're all dance moms. So they're all hockey moms and dance moms. And they're like, that was fucking unbelievable. How do you know how to dance? I was like, Riley learned everything from me. It may or may not be on video. I gotta find out because we gotta try to get that on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
If I can get the video.
All right. Trivia question. If you had to guess where the first parade happened.
Oh, I know this answer.
Buffalo.
Buffalo, New York? No, I said it was like prehistoric times. I didn't know this though. I did a little research. I didn't know
Dinosaurs.
this. Yeah,
T-Rex is
dinosaurs.
fucking shaking.
It did say,
Dinosaurs
first thing
is-
I saw was like prehistoric times. Like, what the fuck? Imagine I was like T-Rex. Like, we should probably have a fucking dude. You like look at the brontosaurus. Like,
Let's
I know
have-
what
let's have a
enemies,
day.
but we gotta have a little parade today. Boys, all right.
I promise I won't eat you.
I was saber-tooth tiger's like, fuck, really today?
Yeah.
I wonder what they
fucking
did for
raining
music. Yeah, it's raining out. What are we gonna do?
Let's go to that pizza joint.
You know what I did realize though? I found this interesting. You know what floats came from? First parades that were on canals, and they used to drag barges. The people would tie ropes to the barges, and they would decorate them, and they would drag them down the canal.
Really?
So that's why they call them floats.
Nice.
That's right. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And that was in Buffalo, New York.
Was it? It must have
Holy
been
appetizer.
Florence, right?
Oh, the appetizer. Yeah. You boys are gonna have a fucking blast.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I feel like you might never come home.
Yeah, I
I
probably
don't want to.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I don't think we'll be recording that night.
There's zero
We
points.
can't
in
anyways.
game.
He's
I
he's
gotta
doing a
think,
show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right.
We gotta squeeze one in someday.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out. We'll figure it
Maybe
out.
it'll be a solo Brendan show.
Doesn't sound great. It was a very fun experience for me. It's funny because somebody texted me, was like, I really liked the solo show. I'm like, I didn't enjoy it at all. To be specific with you, like,
I didn't think it was bad.
it wasn't great.
I
though.
feel like I would have to prepare fucking a lot to do that just by myself.
Dude, a half hour is a long time.
It's a long
I
time.
said it before. I can't believe Al did fucking
45 minutes in his car.
Was Al stopping?
no 45 minutes, an hour and a half. That fucking
Yeah.
kid loves to hear himself talk.
He does. But was he stopping? From
His
time to
car
time,
kept-
he
dude, he had recorded like 2 hours. His car kept
I know, he
stopping
said-
and
yeah,
turning
yeah.
the fucking thing off.
I think I could do like a couple bits and then like pause it.
Well, that's what it
And
is.
then,
But
like,
then you
bang,
don't
and
have
then-
like the bounce back of somebody else talking.
Yeah,
to
that's
you.
what I mean. So
Well,
you're
it's
just
not unlike stand-up comedy.
stand-up.
So if you do a half-hour stand-up, that's a long ass time.
Yeah,
like
I don't
a-
know though. It's like different. I feel like I could not sit there like this with no one else around. Just talk
You
for
need the
30
audience.
minutes. Yeah, I need people around.
yeah.
Yeah, you need
Because
validation.
at least
Yeah.
at least even,
yeah, I was sitting here by myself like a dickhead.
yeah, even with us doing this, I feel like if I have material and y'all laughing and he's laughing and he's laughing,
Yeah.
that keeps me going.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm doing good. I'm gonna keep I keep rolling. So I feel like the audience helps you. It could hurt you bad, but it can also help you if you're dialed in.
Yeah, I just feel like I keep saying like I don't know after anything I said.
Yeah. That works for you though. You were I've seen you how many times? Two,
Three?
Three.
You're fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I swear to God, I
enjoy
think
it.
you're a riot every time.
I
Very,
enjoyed
very
the
funny.
darkness. I enjoyed plunging into the darkness with Sean. By the way, Tedco.
Yeah.
We didn't do them, right?
Nope.
TedcoCM.com. Fitzy just showed me a picture. He's doing your house.
He's doing my house. The frame is already done.
Unbelievable.
The
That's quick.
extra room and walls inside
Yeah.
are already built.
Unbelievable.
So like me and Melissa climbed up there today
yeah.
and just to check it out because
Yeah.
there was no one working.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah. So that's the guy you want. Better construction process.
You mean to tell me you're not one of those guys that look over people's shoulders when they're working?
No, I try to,
Homeowners, I mean, guys in the construction field love that.
I try to
Yeah.
stay out. I try to stay out of the way. I'll wave to them,
Yeah.
Guys want a water?
say hola.
Yeah. 617-996-6827. Free estimates. This guy will do you, like, you're doing an addition, right? Yeah. Like a big master bedroom.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, something. You're doing something.
Something nice.
Fucking
Something
great.
fun.
Knee hockey room.
It's a knee hockey
Knee
room.
hockey room.
Some light.
Golf course in the back. One hole, little 65-yard par
Yeah,
three.
projector,
Yeah, projector.
theater.
Sex room.
This
617-996-6827.
pulling the cork shit's really paying off.
Yeah, it is. It's huge. Unless we get those suits from Milton's.
Yeah, then we're done. Claim a
Never get-
loss.
never get
Claim
back.
a loss next year.
100%. Yeah. 1,000. Million.
Trade.
So anyways, we got a bunch of stuff going. Also, obviously the golf tournament's coming up, May 23rd. It's a Friday. I'm going to call them tomorrow, get them the check for the initial deposit. Then we can start taking foursomes.
Yep.
So we'll release it to the Patreon first. So whatever they want to get foursomes, we'll get that done. And then after that, we'll get everybody else. So,
Yep.
by the way, did Jake's pro day happen already, or is that coming
No.
up?
Nah, next month.
Next
Next
month.
month.
Yeah.
All right. That episode's gonna come out in like 2026, 2027 maybe. We'll see. It actually was a really fun episode. The Patreon I actually thought was hilarious.
like
we had
them
a lot of
both.
fun.
I had fun. On
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Patreon.
yeah. It was a good time. It was actually more like a hang because Sean was in the background and so was Shay Wilcox. So we were kind of like talking back and forth, but probably wasn't great for the audio listener. We were just kind of chatting it up. But
Yeah.
I had fun.
Did we do Ben Frank?
Ben Franklin Print Company. How can we forget? Danny, what a fucking grab. Just did these hoodies. Me and you are wearing them right now.
Is there?
Sick hoodies.
Did that hoodie
did
that
this
you're
hoodie.
wearing.
Yep.
Yeah. Didn't do Sean's. Ben Franklin Print Company. They're out of Milton, Mass. 978-624-7341. 10% off your Corka. By the way, American Benchcraft, you mentioned 20% off your Corka.
I did. I mentioned that. I'm a
Just tell him you're a
professional.
Corka. He'll do the designs for you. He gave us 4 designs for this fucking sweatshirt. We
Yeah.
picked one.
Yeah. And we mix and
we
match.
modified.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had to mix and match.
Yeah, they're the best, dude. And I'm telling you right now,
No issues.
everything's
The
fucking awesome.
turnaround is insane.
The turnaround's
Yeah.
perfect, but it's not like the shit's gonna last you fucking forever. You know what I mean? A long time. The first Good Guys Trash People sweatshirt I had, I haven't retired it, but it's now gonna be like because I washed it 1,000 times.
Dude, mine's in great shape still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, mine's great, but I'm like, all right, well, now I'm gonna be wearing this.
I get hoodies that are like frayed at the sleeves,
Yeah.
you know, and you have to retire them or make them work hoodies or whatever. That Good Guys Trash People one, the very first one, how many? That's been what? A million years?
3 years,
Yeah.
I think, right? 3 years.
It's still in great shape.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. Tommy wears these all the time. I got a great. I was gonna do it on the main podcast. We'll do it afterwards. I got a great Tommy story for the Patreon.
Yes.
By the way, join the Patreon.
Yep.
Patreon is $5 a month. You don't have to, like we say about everything. You don't have to do any of this shit. You get this show regardless. But if you want to, that's where some of the better stories happen. I feel like. I will say one thing about Patreon. Hopefully, don't cancel me for this. One thing that's fucked up. Patreon sucks is that if you like say you have a card and like it expires, right? Or like you have to get a new card because it gets like compromised. You just like basically reset up Patreon to do it.
Correct.
Whereas like you can't just like because like a bunch of people have been like, dude, first of all, let me just tell you this right now. I do not look at who's in, who cancels. I don't pay attention at all.
Yeah.
So like if I've had like 3 messages in the last couple months being like, dude, I just want to make sure you didn't know I didn't cancel. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you cancel. Not being a dick. Like I just,
We don't
if you
check.
don't, dude.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it anymore, just don't do it. I don't care. But like,
We understand.
yeah, we understand. But it's like, don't feel bad. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
never.
who cares? But yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Like you have to re-upload your whole thing to fucking
Yeah.
do it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it just happened to me.
yeah.
What was it? Thursday. Someone tried to spend $8,000, which I don't have.
You're playing with
Oh
Lenny
my
Clark.
God.
You know that 8 Gs?
I'll save that one for the Patreon.
Yeah, yeah. They tried to spend your 8 Gs.
Yeah, oh yeah, I don't even have $8,000.
Good news, neither do I.
I
So,
like woke up to it and I was like, what? I was like,
No.
by the way, I told
Crippled.
this off the before you got here, Sean, and we weren't airing, but so I have the beard going.
I like the beard too.
Thanks.
It
And I
looks
was
good.
talking to my daughter and my wife. We were both on FaceTime. And she's like, you starting to look like Danny's older brother now. Like, now that we have the same shirt on right now, I'm like, perfect. This has all come to, full circle.
Fruition.
Yeah, fruition, as they say. By the way, Wolf Tone's next Friday. So if this is coming out on Tuesday, Patreon tonight, but which is Sunday. But if you're getting this on Tuesday, there's tickets available, right?
There is.
We'll be there.
There's probably about 100 left, I think.
Is it this Friday?
This coming Friday.
this
Yeah,
Friday.
this Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be there. I'll be there. I might be a little bit. No, I'll be on time. I think. My folks coming. My sister and Nate are coming.
Just gets me fired up. I fucking love that show, dude.
I'll tell you right now.
I never thought I saw a guy that's like 82, 83 years old who just can get a fucking crowd going. And his band is
Dude,
all younger dudes and
so-
they crush it.
Let me tell you. Here's how I am. I'm a hot and cold person. And I was like, this was leading up, and I knew we had the funeral that day, and I was kind of like, and I'm going to Kirk Banahan the next night, so I was kind of like, all right, like, I mean, I knew I was gonna go, but like, I wasn't really feeling it, kind of.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it came up in my memories, but even though it's, I don't know, but anyways, it came up in my feed, and it was me and you in the circle taking video of everybody dancing, them playing
Oh, yeah.
in the fucking, and I'm like, let's fucking go. Like, and I originally was like, I might not even drink that night. Now I'm like, I'm gonna get blackout fucking drunk that night. I can't fucking wait, dude. It's a great show.
It really is. And,
Like-
and the original Wolf Tone's retired, which I get. They're all old, but this dude he's the oldest. And he's
Dude.
like, fuck it.
And the kids he has playing with him now,
Nasty.
nails.
Yeah.
Nails.
I love when they do their little solos and all the instruments. It's sick, dude.
Yeah, wasn't also one of the kids telling us that like he was banging the Derek Whitfield bangs like the female that's in the band or something?
That's better than fucking
Oh
Belichick
no, wait,
right now.
Jinty told us that I think actually on the Not to blow him up, he doesn't listen to the podcast.
Sorry.
anyways. Yeah. Jinty's busy right now. I feel like we can't.
Yeah.
I haven't hit him up hard about getting back on because I know he's got a lot of shit going on. It is what it is. If we'll figure it out. If he can't come back on,
It's
we're up against
almost
the clock.
It's almost impossible.
Well,
before
here's
St.
what I'm
Patty's
trying to
Day.
do. I said this before. I'm trying to get Ryan Hearn over here on one of the days that we're going to have to record it.
That would be sick.
And we'll play a couple tunes together.
Yeah, that would be sick.
And Ryan Hearn will
Everyone-
finally get to hear the real voice.
Everyone, all listeners are gonna love it once
Oh.
they finally hear Ryan's
is.
voice.
They will
You're
love
right.
it.
Brendan.
I'm super excited to be on this. This is the best. He texted me the other day because he's in Florida. So I was like, oh, can I park in your driveway? So he's like, Brendan, I think I'm relocating down here. I'm like, yes. Yeah. But I'll tell you right now, that kid knows like all these deep cut fucking Irish tunes.
Yeah.
Like, great player, great singer.
We got any voicemails?
We have one voicemail.
Sweet.
I really
Now we're
hope,
gonna guess who it's from.
I hope it's Orlando. Yo.
Can you guys all hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I had to like Jimmy rig these things. Is that a bad word at this point?
James
okay,
River.
good. Thank you.
Yo, it's your man Adam Jump Town. I hear we're talking fictional parades or something along these lines. What up,
That's what I
O'Brien?
said.
Listen, you know what I hate about parades, number one, and that I would replace in my fictional parade? Get rid of all the bands. Like, give me one good band and fuck the other six that suck. You know what I'm saying? And in replace of that, I would have live music bands traveling down on stages.
Aren't they all
The
like?
singers, the guitarists, the bassists
Oh,
are
I
walking
know what you're
around through the crowd, through the streets of Main Street. Maybe you have 4 or 5 of them in this parade. And then, you know, they throw candy out to the kids on the curbs. I remember that as a young child. Yo, toss me a couple joint skis or some nuggies. You know, alley-oop them up and out. That's just a parade in Jumptown, live. And listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. Monster trucks need to be involved
I don't hate
some
that.
way,
Yeah, no.
somehow,
Matt Hersey.
in the parades. I don't care how old you are. You could be 5, you could be 55. When you see and hear the roar of a monster truck, it ignites a flame that sparks life. We don't know what we do. Let me pick you up if you're couch.
I don't hate the monster trucks.
Let me tell you right now,
No.
That kid
like
fucking
him.
rules.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's the fucking best.
Monster truck would be sick. One though, just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Just give me Gravedigger, and that's it.
Once he started talking about bands that he likes them, he doesn't like them. I don't know. I lost him for a second.
No,
on
I
that.
think he meant like marching bands.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Live bands. Yeah. So he wants a
He wants,
flow
like-
with the live band.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And what's better than fucking My Chemical Romance, Welcome to the Black Parade? That song fucks.
That's
hard.
for this month.
Yeah, February. Do you like that song?
I don't even
What
know
song
it.
is it?
No way.
I don't know it off. I don't know if it's off the
All right.
top.
After this, before Patreon,
right.
we're gonna watch it.
All right, so we're gonna do Patreon. Like I said, I got a good Tommy story.
Yep.
I've decided to stop so much blowing him up on the podcast because I feel like there are numerous of these kids that are
Yeah, they
taking in
listen.
the clips.
They listen. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a good story. Not a great story, but like there's a funny twist to it.
I got a decent one for the Patreon about this
yeah.
weekend.
All right, cool.
Long hockey
Yeah.
weekend.
Also, yeah. So we'll talk about that. We'll get into that. Anything, Sean? You got anything else you want to promote?
I'm at Kowloon this Friday,
Yes. What time? Fuck, I'm gonna be away. I'm gonna be at what am I gonna be?
8 o'clock.
Wolf Tones.
Wolf Tones.
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Damn.
What time's Wolf Tones?
8. But you can come there afterwards.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I'll
Yeah,
probably
come there after,
shoot
meet us at the
over
bar.
after.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Who are you with there?
Harrison Stebbins and Sean Sullivan.
So how are we getting? So it's gonna be kind of feel like. We'll talk about this for the Patreon. We've done enough. We've
Yeah.
given you people enough. All right. All right. We love you, Danny. Anything else?
That's it, bud.
Good. Fitz.
I'm good.
All right. Peace. Bye.